It's like a mini India.
Yeah.
There are too many Indians here.
We're Canadian, we're multicultural, but come on.
If we're going to their country, we will have to adapt to their culture, right? They should do the same thing here.
Well, I do feel like I'm a stranger in my own country.
One of the most obvious consequences of the federal government's die-hard commitment to mass immigration would be the creation of ethnic enclaves, cities and towns across the country that don't look very Canadian and don't feel very Canadian. But one of the most infamous examples of that in our country is Brampton, here in the GTA. Let me just take you through some of the most recent demographic data that we have available about Brampton from the 2021 census. Now keep in mind, Canada's population has spiked since 2021, and the majority of immigrants who come to Canada come to Ontario, and it appears that Brampton is where most of them happen to end up. The 2021 census data shows that Brampton is more than 80% visible minority. That means it's more than 80% non-white. Well, you break that data down even further, you start to figure out where everyone who lives in Brampton comes from. The top ethnic origin in the Brampton 2021 census data is India, unsurprisingly. 180,300 people who live in Brampton come from India. The second happens to be Punjabi. Why they are separated into different categories, I'm not quite sure, but 57,000. After that, it is Sikh at 43,940. Then you get Canadian born at 40,000. If you keep going further, you see that Hindu and Pakistani both come in right around 26,000. Now, what's most remarkable about Brampton's demographic data is that from 2016 to 2021, Brampton lost 6,000 people who were originally born in Canada. That's not the percentage of them declining, that's people who have actually left Brampton. Meanwhile, in that same period of time, Brampton's foreign-born population increased to 343,690, an increase of 11.3% compared to the decrease of 2.16% of Canadian-born residents in Brampton. Non-permanent residents who live in Brampton in 2016 went from 9,000 to 40,000. Again, that's just from 2016 to 2021. And we know, of course, that Canada's temporary immigration has spiked in the same period of time. So this data, it's safe to say, is quite out of date. But even still, that tells you a lot about the makeup of Brampton. That tells you a lot about the makeup of this ethnic enclave. So we're here to try and figure out if Brampton really deserves its reputation as one of the most infamous ethnic enclaves in Canada. We're going to explore the city, take a look around, and see what we can find in Brampton for ourselves.